Hey.
Hey, Mr.
Happy
John
hour,
Johnson.
happy hour number 9.
Yeah,
They're adding up quickly.
yeah, we're getting them under our belt. I love it.
Yeah, so we're doing a different time. Let me turn off my notifications so I'm not getting pinged a bunch during
Yeah,
the.
this is a morning happy hour for Dawn and I.
Yeah, we're doing a different time. So we're changing them up a little bit just to see if that works better for our live audience members. Hey, you guys, as always, like post some comments in the questions in the comments section if you want to ask us anything. Floppy, you have a good weekend. What's going on your end?
Yeah, I had a great weekend. Went with the family up to wine country and just kind of hung out there. Yeah, it's for people that don't know, Dawn and I are both based in the San Francisco Bay Area. So
We
we,
had we had some good weather this weekend for sure.
yeah, it was nice. It was hot. Yeah.
I went over
Mhm.
to I went to a concert actually at your alma mater.
Oh, oh, at the Greek Theater in Berkeley. What did you see?
Yeah. I saw Beach House. They were good. It was packed.
Oh,
I think it was one of their biggest concerts they'd ever done. Never
wow.
seen them before. But yeah, it was a really good show. Good to just get away. Good to get out for a
Yeah, that
couple
sounds
hours.
fun.
So first actual concert I'd been to since post COVID or
I've
since.
been to a couple, yeah. Live music is awesome. Maybe yeah,
Well, it's cool because it's an outside theater, so
yeah.
totally safe. But we got an adventure going on next week.
Yeah, we do. Do people yeah. We
I don't think
are,
people know yet, but PathDAO, we're hitting the road.
we're going to Amsterdam?
Yeah, Dev Connect. So that's it's gonna be super exciting. So Floppy and I are gonna be going over there. We'll be traveling with a couple of other members of the team, and it's like 4 or 5 days of conferences, meetings. We're gonna be hanging out with Merit Circle. I'm looking forward to that, to meeting the team behind Merit Circle.
Yeah, it'll be cool. Yeah, it'll be cool meeting people in person and sharing ideas and getting immersed in the crypto world there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it'll
cool.
be
It's good.
fun.
We talk every day with people online, so it's gonna be cool to
Mhm.
actually to be with them in person. So yeah,
Yeah, we'll see
Dev
we'll see what kind of broadcasting we can do from Amsterdam. We'll try something, right?
Yeah, well, we've been doing the happy hours every week, so I feel
Yeah.
like we gotta try to keep them going.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting to see. Yeah, do we do them together next week?
I think so, in person.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be fun.
We should find some good, as we're walking around to the different like events and stuff. We should make it a point. Maybe we could do. I don't know. We don't want to overwhelm and do too many happy hours, but it's almost like we could maybe meet some people over there, do some interviews or something like that. Maybe we could do
Yeah.
maybe we could do some interviews and then put those together and play those like on the next week's happy hour or the happy hour after we get back, to just show some of the people that we met and some of the conversations we had, because we got to go over there. I mean, we're going there to help spread the word about PathDAO.
Yeah. We're gonna bring our swag over, our hats and shirts and mugs.
You got
Looking, yeah,
you got your mug.
of course. It's filled with
Cool.
coffee this morning.
Hey, so let's without further ado, we got a real cool guest today. Kingdom Raids.
Kingdom Raids,
Let's
Dude Kingdom. Yeah.
yeah, let's start it off. Let's play their trailer, and then we'll invite Bonnie in to talk with us. I love the end there, right?
That's a great trailer.
Sweeping down. It's so cool.
Got a comment here. Trailer is lit. It is indeed. It's exciting one.
Hey, so let's bring Kingdom Raids
Yeah.
into the screen here with the
Hey, Boney.
coolest background I think we've seen yet.
Hey, Boney. I think your mic is still muted, but
we can see you.
We can see you. Just can't hear you. There you
Hey,
go.
wait.
Hey, Boney.
I just want to copy as you said in the beginning of the video.
Nice.
Yeah, well, you got the coolest background I think that we've seen here yet on the happy hour. I love that.
This is very cool background from our marketing team.
Well, you guys are doing some really cool stuff. Obviously, that trailer is like it's lit, like as they said. I'll start it off here. Can you introduce yourself? Let's just jump into it. Tell us about yourself. Tell us a little bit more about your team.
Okay, before jumping to introduce myself, I just want to say that we spend a lot of money doing this trailer, so the cost is great. It's great.
Yeah, well, that's top quality. It shows.
Okay, so hi everyone. I'm Vương. I'm so happy here to have a live stream with you guys. And my role in the Kingdom Rest is a game developer leader, and a little more specific. I'm in charge of every game future. I make sure every game future are well done and well on time and on budget. And I'm the one who cannot cooking, but I have a good stat, very good stat. So I have the ability to rate the food or the dish is good or bad. So teammate love me. They already ask me that, hey Bonnie, can we put this feature on the game? Do it so hard. Hey Bonnie, does this character looking good? So I always give them answer depend on my sixth sense. So they love me.
That's great.
About my team, we have a last team. It nearly 100 people. We separate into many sub team. They are the game designer team. They in charge of designing game future and story writing. The artist team, they build 3D model, 2D resources, and design UI UX in the game. The software development team, they implementing the future. The QA team, they make sure the quality of the game is good. The DevOps and LiveOps team, they in charge of creating event and manage game event. So another very important team that is blockchain. They writing smart contract and they do the marketplace and ideal website. The marketing team who bring me today to happy hour with PathDAO.
Yeah.
And the business development team, they bring us the investor, the money, and all the things we need to do to do the game. We are working together for a long time ago, and so far so good. I'm super feeling good and to be a part of amazing team. We working
a big team too. It sounds like it's very well organized.
Yeah, with me every day working in the team is totally a new beginning. They always give me some many things interesting.
Yeah, every day is a new challenge, huh?
Oh, okay. Challenge. That's all I can tell about me and myself and my team.
No, that's great. It's crazy that you got 100 people on the team. That's big. I mean, that's on the bigger side of these projects that we talked to, huh?
Yeah, 100 people is a lot of people, but that's good. That's what you need to be building quality products like that.
So Boney, what's the inspiration behind Kingdom Raids, Dude Kingdom? You know, what kind of games inspired the development of Kingdom Raids?
Oh, okay. We have created many mini game, arcade game or puzzle game, and we always dreaming of making some a really big game, a really race game for a long time. Race mean a big game, hard game, having a meaningful story and bringing many value to the player. And did the our time when our team was strong enough, our resource is enough, and we decide to rushing into making our dream come true. The tower defense, RPG, and RTS is are the genre that our team love to play, and we play so many games in those genre. There are two games. There are two games that we stick for a year, and we don't want to leave it. This is the Royal Revolt and Summoner War. Do you know the game? Royal
So
Revolt
yeah,
and
Summoner's War. Those are mobile games, right? Yeah.
yeah, this is a mobile game and very successful on the mobile game. They still in the top market for now. For Royal Revolt, a freemium tower defense RPG and castle building by Flare Game. You can search it on Google Play or Apple Store because their game have over 100 million player, and
Wow.
they publish the game on multi-platform. When you are walking to the Royal Revolt game, you are in you are playing a role as a princess who learn magic at a school, and when he returned to their home has invest, so he have to stand up and taking their kingdom, his kingdom back. The story is very interesting. For the gameplay, this inspired me so much. This is the first game you can control the character controller and squad controller is very smoothly.
Okay.
You can control one hero is the main character, and many troops follow him along the road to beat the enemy tower. The enemy tower.
So
And,
these are what motivated you.
yeah, the Royal Revolt the most inspires me for invited our team for this for Kingdom Rush.
Well, and so now we're here, right? So now it's Kingdom Raids. King Dude Kingdom. Like, you got a really cool like story here. Can you tell us more about just Kingdom Raids? Just a quick, just like get the community excited about it.
Okay, so the fact is the Kingdom Rush story is all the way on our website. So I just reading out loud for you to hear about it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So once upon a time in Faraway Land, there lives a mythical land called Duke's Kingdom. It was inhabited by the Duke. Duke is the civilization in there. They are very gentle and intelligent people who build up the peaceful and prosperous civilization that lasts for thousands of years. They live there for thousands of years. King Duke is the one who rules the kingdom, and he very wisdom, kindness, and chivalry. He admire and respect owned by the resident. Under his dynasty, people of the kingdom live very happily and in harmony and property. One because of the king Dos is very kind. He welcome other people from other region, even from other universe, come to the kingdom and live there. So this attracts some dark folk with best with the best targets. They uh, they 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 summon many creature and destroy the kingdom. So the kingdom want to take it back. So he put the magical game to summon other hero and other creature from any other universes who can stand by him and defeat the monster force. So by the when their battle coming, the root kingdom separate into five parts. It is five: water, dark, light, and earth. So you when you play in the game, you are the one who um, uh, who group some creature and some hero together to defend the kingdom. So kingdom defend the kingdom for Lut King. So that's the only story. I don't have a talent in telling the story, so the story really good, but
No,
which
but that's
Yeah.
that's good. You know, we're getting the gist of it.
Yeah, that was great.
Dude,
Yeah, and
dude,
you
dude is a good dude.
yeah. So
okay.
you mentioned the heroes at the end there. So it does each of the five kind of split off, elements have their own hero, or how does that work?
Uh,
'Cause you're gonna be playing as a hero, right?
yeah, we you are player who control a group of hero, not only one hero.
Okay.
You control a group of hero to defend the kingdom.
Okay.
And the hero type is not limited. They can be any kind of hero from any universal. So the game is very open for any kind of a character. Like you can put Doraemon or Naruto, even Marvel or DC hero into the game.
Huh.
It's okay.
Okay. So like kind of a cross IP situation too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's so then there's the heroes, and then also like the token holders are landowners, right? As well. Can you talk a little bit more about like the parcels of land? Because you can mine and build on them. But yeah, I mean, yeah, can you talk a little bit about the land and how that integrates in? Because that's something you also have to protect, right? Because like people can come and you got the bad guys, like they're gonna come and try to steal that.
Yep. So the land is very big future. We don't plan to release on the really one on the
Okay.
first release, but on the second it may become so some part of the land future may become on the second release. So
Okay.
let me take you into the land future. So land
Hmm.
future is play the whole new experiment where all player play in the same land. They can working together on the on a common land.
Hmm.
Player will be able to explore the land,
Mhm.
finding resources, and beating the monster to earning resources. Also, they can robbery another player land and defend their land also. So about land structure, land is very large area and make up many land spot. You can see in in some other games they call land pricer. We call land spot here. Land spot. Many land spot on the land. And land will divide into the six regions.
Mhm.
5 for a kind of attribute, I find earth like that and water, and an empty area in the middle of the land. So that empty area we call unknown zone. Unknown
Hmm.
zone. And any event of the game will be held in the unknown zone, in that empty area in the center of the land. And land have many attributes. They can be the size, the resource generated threat, and the monster, the decoration, and people can build up anything on the land. And the object can be built, can be attacked, or can be destroyed by other player or monster.
Okay, yeah. So you build up your tower defenses on your land, kind of like maybe like Clash of Clans or something, and then when you're offline, somebody can come in and attack and steal your resources, right?
Yeah, when you
Okay.
apply, it's some kind of technical problem, but almost game do that when they apply the resource in not conflict. So when they
Okay.
apply, the people can attack their land.
Yeah. Right. So you got to set up your defenses before you log off. I like it.
Yeah, like this source on the land can be protected by placing your hero to that object
Mhm.
and defend other player to robbery from you.
Yeah, people seem to love that competitive aspect.
Yeah,
Log, yeah, attacking somebody's land while they're not there. The raid.
this is very interesting future. If I am a player, I also find some game that allow me to robbery from other player as well.
Yeah,
It's still good.
sneaky. Yeah, it is. Hey, so can you talk a little bit about the artwork? It's very cool. Yeah, it's like cartoony, but also I don't know, it's well done. Yeah, very bright,
Very,
colorful.
very clean. The colors are
Yeah.
super crisp.
So the artwork, you want to know about the artwork of the game?
Yeah, just sort of the inspiration and maybe talk about the art team a little bit.
Yeah, maybe some of the technology you guys are using too.
Okay, so the artwork, I'm a developer, so
Yeah.
I must know about the artwork. But if we have something to say, I can say that Kingdom West art style is inspired from pixel film,
Okay.
and there's also a little bit of Blizzard style. Especially from the game Overwatch, you see some hero on our white paper and our website. They have some stylist, same as some Overwatch character.
Hmm.
And the original idea of the game is combine all the S together. We have the magic, and we have a gun power. We have a
Hmm.
bomb. Yeah, so all S mixing together. So and the game is aiming at aiming towards the harmony in color, not too flashy and not chaotic. We can see the hero is so cute. Some hero is so cute. They not as a traditional or chaotic or something like that. They are so
Hmm.
funny in their style. And
Hmm.
each in-game element, like you can see in fire or water or line, they the hero or the environment demonstrates this element so much. Like we have a fire dungeon, we have a water dungeon. Fire dungeon have a red color, and for light dungeon they have a bright color in the game.
You
And
know,
Very cool.
what's so cool about it though is it's just so fun, and like one thing like Floppy, like right from the start, like we're hearing about a lot of the games that like have inspired them, you guys have a lot of experience like playing like the games, right? And can you talk a little bit about like just like everyone now is talking about play to earn, right? But it's really important to incorporate fun into these games, and like everything you're talking about, like Dude Kingdom and King Dude, and like it has such a fun feel to it. Like, can you, because of your experience as a gamer, like is that why like you've really pushed that I guess, what do you call it, Floppy, like a focus on fun? you know
Sure. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just it's a cool fun feel.
yeah, so this game, one problem I saw in many play to earn games that they only focus to earning. So the gameplay is not good.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So as I mentioned about my dream, our team dream is making some a great game.
Okay.
That means bringing many value and good experiment for the player. So I can say that Kingdom Red is a game that you play for fun and play for fun to earn. So if you play for fun but to earn, you can earn also. But
Yeah, that's good to hear.
but yeah, for fun is the first thing to come, and the earn is the second thing. So
And
in our heart, we always design our character, the game character, and the game environment in the funny way. You
Mhm.
can see the Dude King. He very cute. and other character also. We don't want player to think that they are playing to earn. They just playing to for fun, and besides the fun, they can earn. It is all the thing that we want to put into the player mind.
And some of that earning potential comes from tournaments. Is that right? Like where you can have there will be solo tournaments and then also tournaments that your entire clan can compete in against other clans.
Yeah, a lot planned, I think, right? Can you talk a little bit more about those?
Okay, so I think the best feature that can engage user on the game on any game is competitive. The
Mhm.
player always want to competitive, even when without competitive, they still can fun and earn. But the feeling that you can beating other player is very good. So we implement two type of tournament in the game. One for individual who like playing alone and don't have any friend or any or see they don't want to play together. They
Yeah.
just want to play
Yeah.
alone. And another tournament for clan. Um, yeah, some group of players they play so many games together. They can create.
That's what our viewers are really like want to hear about, right? Those clan tournaments.
Okay, they will end. So
Yeah.
they want to play together in any game. So if the game have a clan tournament, it is very big, big plus point for a player who come to the game. So we implement the clan also, clan tournament also. The clan member can join the clan tournament, and they have a leaderboard the same with the solo tournament, but instead of counting for individual battle result, they um, they accumulating the total result of the player. And when the player play in clan tournament, they can have some bonus, some bonus effect from clan. If the clan leader or clan resources is meeting some condition, so this is the thing that encourage player to join some clan.
Well, we're definitely going to get our gamers playing Kingdom Raids, and definitely want to smash, as they say, smash the other clans.
Yeah, yeah. And when they smart some other player, they have a play to say with their friend. It is very good.
Yeah, for sure. Hey,
It'll be cool to see these like big clan versus clan battles like live streamed, you know, and
Yeah,
like
I I
everybody's watching and cheering.
I had experiments in Clash of Clan also.
Mhm.
It been so funny and all the way counting second to second to the battle.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna be cool, Floppy, in the future if like we have a happy hour like before a big like clan battle, right?
Yeah,
So
there you go.
we can like during our happy hour, basically like before they have a boxing match, it's like that like
Or
you know,
what about during? What
yeah.
about live streaming it and we're, commentating on the
Yeah, Bonnie,
action?
what do you think about Floppy and I as some commentators for a big clan battle?
Yeah, it's very good. I think that how some program like Deep Scene Battle on the US.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
Hey,
okay, cool.
so talk about the 7 unique campaigns a little bit, because you've gone you went a little bit into this earlier, but I know that's something that like the gamers are going to want to hear about. 7 campaigns, correct?
Uh, Actually, there are three kind of campaign: one for element, one for material, and one for mix. But in the element campaign, they divide into 5 categories for five attribute: fire, water, light, dark, and earth. So they're total five, total 7 dungeon, as you say,
Mhm.
seven. Yeah. So with dungeon is very big feature in the game, and we spend a lot of time doing this. And player they every game I saw they have a campaign or dungeon for player to spending their resources and spending their time. not other way P2P. The P2E. P2E is fun also. The player can feel that they achieve something, they accomplish something in when they spend their free time. Only 5 minutes or less to a battle, and they gain something. It is very good feature.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want more detail? Do you want to know more detail about the dungeon? Like the entry, the difficulty, and the
we want all the alpha you want to give us.
Okay, so for the entry, the player can entry into the dungeon will cost a player 1 ticket, and for each kind of dungeon, their respond their each type ticket for each type of dungeon. For example, you have a material dungeon ticket for material dungeon, and the same for the element or make dungeon. And the tickets will have a certain limit and limit number and reset daily at a fixed time. So for the difficult like dungeon, we have a 10 level, and the difficulty increase for each level. Okay, for schedule, the each dungeon will have a different their own schedule. They're not the same. Like element dungeon will open one type element in each day, and open the own element at the end of the week at the weekend.
Okay.
For the meta dungeon, we open on the fixed day of the week, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And mid dungeon, they open for the Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So that's all the thing about the dungeon for samurai.
That's cool. So you'll have something to do every day, something new, some new content to take on. That's neat.
You have to spend all the ticket on one day. If not, the ticket will be set.
Okay. Yeah, very cool. And then you can earn. And then, so can you talk a little bit about like the earning potential? I guess, there will be tournaments with prizes, but also like, the day-to-day earning. How is that set up? How is the economy set up a little bit, if you don't mind?
Yeah, so when player playing any battle like PV or PvP, they can earn some certain resources based on the higher battle they play. Example,
Okay.
when they play on the 5 dungeon, they spend 5 dungeon tickets, and they can earn the 5 material to level up some hero with the same element. And when they play PvP, they can earn some in-game token, depending on the how much damage they deal with the enemy. And and we have for economy of the game, we have some limited number, and this number will public on the website for a player to know, and they can prepare strategy and spend their time wisely.
This is all good stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys, I'm seeing some questions in the comment section. If you guys do have some questions, make sure to drop them there. We're getting a little bit towards the end here, but I really do want to talk a little bit. Fill us in on the timeline. What kind of date should we expect here in terms of release on iOS, Android, PC, browser, obviously. Can you give us like just some any sort of timeline, any dates that's important for the community to know?
Okay, regarding the timeline, you can watch it on our website also. So I will summarize here. So we will launch the alpha, the cloud alpha, and the beta version on the second quarter of the 2022 this year, and then the production version on 2 platforms, Android and iOS, on at the end of the quarter 2, at the end of the second quarter this year also.
Okay.
So next time we have a land future on the second release, and we have update hero related future, many advanced future like awaken, fusing hero, and we may launch the game version on PC and browser on the next release. So
things are coming up quickly.
we are trying our best every day to keep the plan.
Yeah, but yeah, maybe the next couple months we'll start seeing some releases. That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Floppy,
All
I know you love ending with this question.
Yeah. So I think we're out of time, but before you go, is there any sort of alpha that isn't widely known? You know, something
Yeah,
that
share
you're
with us
holding in your pocket.
some secrets, something that
Some secret,
not a lot of people
maybe.
know about.
Yeah. So the only one thing that I can say is that our team has been working hard to give player many good experiments, and believe me, Kingdom Red will have many surprising for you. And for more detail, I cannot say.
Mhm.
Before I participate in this live stream, the CEO called me and told me that I cannot say anything. If not, I will be fine. Only fine.
Okay, let's stop.
So, and I'm sure that he watching this, so true. So
Fair enough.
hello,
He said, listen, if those path guys try to get secrets out of you,
yeah, hello, boss. You see, I'm not saying anything.
yeah.
Well, we tried.
Yeah. Yeah,
we always try to get the latest information for our community.
So actually, I can say with you a very special feature that we plan to add into the game. And,
okay.
For the dungeon mode, we have a feature that allow player to practice. They can practice many times as they want.
Okay.
When they have a group of heroes, they can practice this dungeon many times they want, and without spending a ticket. So okay, so this is the I think it's very good and new feature in the game. Allow players to adapting their strategy and make them happy, because when they spend a ticket and they lose a game, it could be a bad day for the player.
Right.
So we
that's
we
good.
want to avoid that. Do you
Yeah,
know
I like that. That's cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna keep our eyes obviously on this project and keep the community updated, and appreciate you coming in today and giving us so much of your time.
Okay, so we will answer some question on the comment section.
Yeah,
now.
if you've got time, yeah, we could ask maybe 2 questions.
Yeah, there's a couple on.
Okay. I'm available. I'm available today.
Okay, all right.
It's 11 p.m. for now.
Yeah, one of the questions was about a demo trial. Like, is there any sort of like demo trial event? People are excited about Kingdom Raids.
So will be a demo trial event,
like a alpha or beta release or something. Open beta or something.
And I said that we will learn alpha, cloud alpha, and beta on the second quarter this year. So maybe this time, maybe at that time we will open.
Yeah, you got. I think for this question, you just got to keep waiting, right? Like, we'll keep you updated.
But we will update on our website, so keep an eye on that.
So we talked a little bit about the economy, but I don't know. I'm always curious if you have any more details about what you're doing with the like long-term economy. Here, buff_lore asks, he said gameplay, long-term game, healthy economy. So like I think there's a lot of talk in play to earn about how to keep an economy healthy. And can you go into that a little bit? Like what kind of token system you're using?
Yeah, I think the question that Buff actually just wrote is a good one also, in the sense
I didn't see that.
Yeah, like Buff just wrote, what are the best features that make you stand out from other NFT games?
Okay, so what's our game make stand out? So there are very few games in the play to earn market now that in genre of RPG or RTF. So our game will be the one who who takes those gender to the player. So and our game have many features that not public yet. So we you should keep an eye on our social channel and see what we can bring you from uh, uh, bring you in the game.
Okay, let's do one last question, Floppy, and then we're gonna have Jansen joining us, the PathDAO CEO, after this.
Let's see. We got so okay, I guess yeah. So Anne Tu Hun is asking, how to get started in Kingdom Raids. Can you start in a free mode? Do you have to buy heroes on a marketplace to start?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Or can you start free and then collect heroes to play with and all that?
Okay, for starting in the game, we have create an account with 3 or 4 hero, but we have a landing system, scholarship system on the marketplace that the player can lead their hero for rent, and the other player without the resources to buy some hero, they can rent them with a very lower price and play to earn.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so it is the very beautiful future that every player can enjoy the game without spend a lot of money amount on the first time.
Yeah, that's great. And then the players that do purchase the heroes can rent them out and get a return on that. So that's awesome. Yeah, everybody's happy there.
Yeah. We want to bring the game to anyone.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, we want to bring your game to everybody. So thank you so much for your partnership and coming and talking with us tonight.
Okay, thank you for having me today, and thank you for sharing the Kingdom Death with many people.
Yeah,
and,
for sure.
yeah.
You guys are just getting started. So we're PathDAO is proud to be a partner. And with that, let's bring in Jansen, our CEO.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Yeah, thank you, Bonnie.
Bye.
Thanks, buddy. That's a cool stuff, yeah.
Hey, so we changed up time, so it's morning for us, night for you now.
Yep. I mean, as long as I'm still awake, it doesn't matter if it's the morning or the night. But yeah, I mean, hey, Kingdom Raids did a massive what do you call it? I would say progress, right? Since the day we actually got into them, like about 2 months ago to today. It's quite good to see how they're progressing.
Yeah,
a lot going on in Dude Kingdom.
Yes, dude.
No, it's for sure. It's a project that's it's exciting from a lot of different angles. And it was very cool to learn more about them tonight. I'm especially excited about those clan battles, right, Floppy?
Yeah, the clan battles will be cool.
We got our foot in the door as commentators, I think, maybe for the
it could be sponsored by PathDAO. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but that's what's cool about it, is just like on those types of games, like, bringing all of our gamers together, to be playing, under one group and against other clans, like other guilds, like, I got a competitive side in me. So
yeah.
Cool. So Jansen, next week at this time, Floppy, you and I, we're going to be in Amsterdam.
Yes, sir. Def Connect.
We're very excited. Yeah.
It's cool. Like we, you think about our community that we're in with GameFi. It's such a global community. It's going to be great to really see a lot of our, industry members in person, and get to really try to promote and push the PathDAO name out there more. What do you think you're most excited about for Dev Connect?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff to be excited about. But honestly, the one that we are really looking forward to is probably the Merit Circle event.
Yeah,
to see our brothers there in person, and I think and I think one more thing, it's about also meeting all our other, I would say, crypto friends, right? That are building the space, both the developers and also the VCs. When all this time it was just a Telegram chat, next week we get to really put a face and really shake their hands, right? I think that's something that we really look forward to.
Yeah, we're going to Amsterdam. We want more people to learn about PathDAO, and also really, like you said, meet those people in person that have been helping us and that we've been collaborating with the last couple of months.
Yep.
So we got a lot going on. I mean, we're in April. Okay. PIP 6 passed last week that it passed, I believe just last Friday. And yesterday already we have another one, PIP 7, that's been put up for discussion. Floppy, you saw this yesterday when you woke up.
Mm-hmm.
I know you didn't expect that coming, right? I mean, things are going quickly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, within a couple of weeks, we get 2 proposals. But I mean, that's the nature of crypto. Things move fast. The community, wants progress, and it's great. Yeah.
And you guys, we're going to drop a link to the discussion of PIP 7, in the comment section. It's really important for everyone to get involved. We have the Discord groups, and let's just say it straight up. We want to keep the Discord, the Telegram groups. We want to keep this really positive and a welcoming environment for our community. We're not kicking people out of our Discords. We're not erasing comments or blocking people, but we want to make sure that there's comments that are productive and that we're all building here together. The link to PIP 7 is a perfect example of that. So with all the PIPs, these are improvement proposals that are put out, to the whole community. At PathDAO, we're community first. So the proposals are put out for discussion, and then really we look for the community to give us back comments, give us back their thoughts, and then really help to build those proposals for the votes. So Jansen, when a proposal goes out for discussion, can you explain a little bit here? This is not maybe the proposal that's going to go for the vote, right? The community members' feedback really means a lot here. Can you talk a little bit about this?
I think that's exactly how a DAO works, right? I mean, to you folks who may be new from the gaming side, but fundamentally, what we are, it's a very democratic system, right? And the idea is that we are giving voice and power to every investor or contributor to the DAO. So everyone who holds a Path token has actually a voice, right? And the idea behind this, before we push any proposal for a vote, there's always going to be a time for discourse or discussion, and that's what we do, right? So meaning that the idea is that when we bring up an initial proposal, it's meant to be debated upon. There will be polarizing views, and that is normal. And it's expected as well, right? And the idea is that we want those views in because the idea is that there's intelligence in the collective. So the more discussions we can get, the more polarizing views we can get. It kind of battle tests or stress tests the ideas that are going out, right?
Well,
so
we always want to keep it positive, though. That's something that's really important because we want to attract new members into our community. So right now we have thousands of members, but that back and forth, we really want to look at that as a building time, right? It's okay, Jensen, it's okay for people to have opposite views, right? But we always want to respect each other. Important to really respect the team members too. As a community, as a team, we're really working hard here. We're working 7 days a week. This is not a project that anyone on the team is taking really a day off on. But it's important to get your guys' views. Important for you guys to contribute. And I think that having different views, but having a respectful form of communication, that's really how we're gonna build something special.
Yeah, and that's kind of how the best ideas rise to the top, so that everybody can be a part and see the best ideas succeed. Yeah.
So go into specifically more about PIP 7.
Right. So just a bit of context. PIP 7 is about liquidity pools, specifically a topic of how can Path actually own its liquidity pool. Now, for you folks who are a bit unfamiliar or new to the topic, so liquidity pools effectively allows our token to be traded on a decentralized exchange. So we don't really need, let's say, a centralized exchange like Binance or Maxi, right? And you can trade it on Uniswap. The importance of having a deep liquidity pool, or in this case, like a pool with a lot of tokens and USDC in it, it allows people to buy and sell without a lot of price slippage. Price slippage in this case means price movement, right? Meaning, let's say if I'm an investor, I want to come in with $20,000. If I buy into a project that has a very small liquidity pool, I might, when I buy into a token at like 4 cents, it might jump to 8 cents, right? So it kind of disincentivizes me to come in because there's just too much price movement for me to come into the project. Deep liquidity pools allows a more stable price discovery. So meaning that, let's say, if there's a pool of 4 million USD, right? If I want to buy into the project with $20,000, it would barely move the price. Right? If I bought at 4 cents, it'll probably move to 4.1 cents. Right, so then it becomes more palatable for bigger investors to come in, right? Both from the trading perspective of the token. So that's very important for the health of the project to have liquidity. Now, what's happening, a bit of then a wider context around Path, is that we had liquidity pools that is DAO owned and liquidity pools that has been incentivized from the community. So where we actually provided Path tokens as a reward to people who are providing liquidity in our Path pools. And this was promised to be, this reward was promised from February to around mid of May, sorry. Right?
Yeah,
and the
May
idea
7th.
was we needed to build out this initial liquidity pool, right, at the early stages of the project. So I think what's happening now is that we're in a state where we're coming towards May, and it might be a time to start thinking about whether we continue to reward people to contribute liquidity, where the DAO is effectively renting liquidity from contributors, or we go into a mode where we effectively, as a DAO, fully own the liquidity. Now, the beauty between a renting liquidity versus owning the liquidity, right, is that renting means that every time I will need to give out Path tokens to people who are providing liquidity, and this will run out, right, because there's a limit number of there's a finite number of Path tokens. So based on the projections, if you continue to do what we are doing, even at a reduced rate, we would run out of tokens to incentivize liquidity within a year. So what happens is then after that, once you don't have tokens to rent liquidity, your liquidity pools will start decreasing, and then you will start having problems with decentralized exchanges. So what we were thinking was, okay, could there be a way where the DAO actually owns this liquidity, right? And then we don't really have to worry about renting liquidity. Now, there's something I would like to just share with you folks, right? Let me share my screen. So it's something that the team has done, right? Not sure if it's big enough. Okay. So I think just to quickly run you folks through, right? What the team has done was we were modeling out like what are some of the potential scenarios, right? The bar charts here that you're looking at refers to the liquidity depth, like how much volume of liquidity we have in 3 different scenarios, scenario A, B, and C. The y-axis here is the USD amount of liquidity at a given price. So the x-axis is the price. So the first bar, it's basically 1 cent, 2 cents, 3 cents, 4 cents, 5 cents, right? So if you think about it, the price of Path now is around this vertical here, somewhere around here. This first scenario is the current liquidity environment that we have. The different colors represent the different pools. The blue color is the pool where we are renting liquidity from. So these are the ones where we have around probably 1.4 million USD worth of liquidity that is being rented from our contributors. People like you who actually participate in the liquidity pool and then getting rewards from that. right? And this thing is not sustainable, right? It will end in May, and the idea is then, let's say if we halve the emissions, the reward emissions for the liquidity pool, to ensure that we can have sufficient rental runway for the next 1 year, we will go into scenario 2, right? So because we effectively halve the rewards, we expect the liquidity to also pretty much halve. Right, so what you will see is a drop in liquidity, which is still decent, but this will only allow us to have this environment for 1 more year. Now, the suggestion that was laid out in PIP 7, and you guys can read further in the gov.pathdao.io, the idea is that instead of having this rented liquidity, we totally remove rewards for liquidity provision. And over time, you might expect this pool to just go to 0. But what we do instead is we use the treasury of Path to add liquidity ourselves. And this is then permanent, meaning that it's literally forever, because Path, the treasury, owns both the USDC and the tokens that are being provided into the liquidity pool. So it's a very sustainable environment. And the suggestion was to build a scenario like what we see in this third chart here. So the idea is we will create a very strong bottom liquidity environment using realized gains from our previous months. So that's these dark blue lines here. Using our PIP 6B realized gains from future months, that's the green line here. And using our Path treasury to build out a stronger liquidity environment above the price where the treasury value divided by the total circulating supply price is, which is at 13 cents. Now, the idea behind this proposal is twofold, right? One is that there's sufficient liquidity within the fair trading price environment, where we say that, okay, below the current spot price, there's high liquidity. Above the current spot price, 2, the fair value price versus our circulating supply has low liquidity. Above that fair price, we get back deep liquidity. Now, the reason behind having this liquidity vacuum between the current spot price versus the treasury value per circulating supply is so that in the coming months, right, what we are doing is we are realizing gains, and we are then doing buybacks as per the PIP 6B approval. So what happens is then this vacuum allows us to potentially manage the price in a more upwards environment, right? Because a buy that happens in this vacuum would effectively push the price much higher faster. And so does the sell, right? So meaning that people who sell here will create a high price slippage. But what we are potentially creating here is an opportunity for the buybacks of the DAO to have a higher price impact until it reaches the fair valuation of the project. So that's just a visualization of the scenario that we are proposing here. Now, I think the idea behind this is that it's complicated. Liquidity pool management is complicated, and this is what we want the DAO's participation and thinking on, right? And I hope with these charts, it kind of help shape some of the thinking or the understanding of some of the potential scenarios that we can actually lay it forward from a liquidity pool management perspective.
Yeah, I mean, it's very well thought out, and it makes sense. Yeah.
No, and seeing a visual like that, I think, is also really good.
Yeah, because effectively you can kind of know, right? Can we actually reach the current liquidity levels? Is it good enough, or where does the vacuum or the space happens, right? And then we can have those discussions around. But yeah, anyways, I will take a pause there, right? I think it's quite some heavy content that's typically being done on our happy hours. But I think hopefully this gives a bit of flavor to those who need a bit more explanation, right, on this whole PIP 7 and what's actually happening around that.
And also, I just think it's important to always say, right? You know, in the discourse, like in the Discord, like we're on different hours, but like, posting questions like to the team, like we will circle back and like answer them for you. But I think really important for everyone to comment, everyone to read through the proposal. The discussion, I think it's because by reading all the different comments, Jensen, you also learn a lot as well.
Yeah, for sure. Sure.
If we have any questions, I'm happy to answer them. So we're just over an hour here. Floppy, we're doing better on this one though. The last one,
Yeah,
I think, was an hour and a half.
We're keeping them to an hour.
Because give me a sec, right? Let me just. I think there's two key things I want to address from the chats that I see, right? So I think someone was mentioning about merch, right? Just an update to the gaming community. Our merch are being made right now. We've gotten the designs locked in. We're getting some print tests. We got some cool stuff. It's not just jerseys. I'll let Justin, Gaius, and Julian brief you folks on that in the coming days, and how you guys can actually get your hands on some of this cool stuff, so you can deck yourself out.
We want you guys repping PathDAO. So
yes. And Simon, right? I think you've mentioned whether would there be a new system to like rent to own NFTs in the future. Actually, that's a very interesting question, right? Especially for the scholars, right? Who are actually interested in not just participating as a scholar, but potentially, actually owning some of your own NFT assets. We can actually get that in place, and we can even trial that out, right? So I think XZ is one example. We are building out a scholarship program in Kamaverse within the week and next. And why don't you bring this up to your group managers, right? And I think what we will let the team know is that we should allow you folks, if you want, we can actually convert your earnings to start, converting them into purchasing of the assets, and then fundamentally maybe after a month or two, you get to own your own NFT assets, right? I think that's something that we also want you folks to have exposure at. And now we can probably give you some glasses merch as well.
No, he wants to steal everything. He wants to steal my hat.
Now we get a question from Monlino Crypto. Underwear merch? I mean, I think as long as you wear it,
man. I mean,
as long as you wear it over your pants.
Yeah, all gamers wear different stuff when they're playing. You know what I mean? So.
As long as you wear your underwear over your pants like a superhero, then
then maybe we can hook it up.
There you go.
Hey, S1, right? On the new gaming platform, in fact, actually, you can already see it in place. So we are deploying it using a MVP approach, minimum viable product approach, right? Where we deploy it raw, and we iterate with the community on what the direction should be, right? So if you look at GameStreet.io or play.gamestreet.io, I'm typing it out in the chat right now. So it's actually live, and what's going to happen this week is actually it's every gamer within Path will be directed to build their profile on GameStreet. And the cool thing about building a profile here is that you start being able to earn EXP points whenever you participate in any of our games, reach certain levels of achievements within the games, participate in our community. So there's going to be a ranking up system within our Path ecosystem. And at the higher ranks you are at, the more perks you get from the Path ecosystem. For example, you might get NFT airdrops, whitelists. You might get like really special exclusive merch, and you might even get better rates from our microfinancing platform as well. So that is this whole building a gamer identity on GameStreet is one of the key initial ways to progress within Path. And then just to touch a bit further, right, Ehsan, the next key thing that we are building then is a social element on this gaming platform. Mm-hmm. And the idea is we're trying to bring social-fi and GameFi together. And the idea is, imagine there's a LinkedIn for gamers, right? Purely where you share gaming content, you get incentivized to create content and to engage on gaming content. be it the
And
short
and
form or
then
the long form.
they can use that to then learn about all the other gamers too, right?
Correct.
Perfect.
So that will be coming out. The first MVP of that social environment will be coming out within the month. So that's something that our devs are actually working very hard on as well. So yeah, and
That's
also
gonna
just
be
a
gonna be
quick
fun to build up those profiles, you know?
for
Think
sure.
about that, because that's gonna be such a cool platform for them to have as the gamers. And you guys give us feedback, as we're releasing stuff, like definitely always circle back with ideas. Some of the stuff when we release it at first, also there's little changes that need to be made, in a lot of the presentations and just the digital rollout. So as you guys see this stuff being rolled out, don't hesitate to reach back to us with any suggestions, any feedback.
Yeah, for sure. So Simon, in terms of the guide, yeah, there'll be a detailed guide that we published about your game managers, your guild managers will be there, and your clan managers will be also briefed to help you folks. So yeah, I mean, just stay tuned on the Discord. There'll be more information being let out this week.
Yeah, I saw JC just wrote a comment about NFT airdrops, whitelists, really special exclusive merch. We got some more whitelist stuff going on, Jensen. I think you know about this, but every couple days now we got some whitelist opportunities. So definitely make sure you're following on all of the socials. So Twitter, if you guys aren't on Twitter already. We're also doing Instagram and Facebook now. This is something that we're starting to ramp up a little bit more. So just make sure you're following PathDAO on all the different socials. Make sure you hit the subscribe button too to our YouTube channel. It's good, Floppy. I think we got like about 150 viewers tonight. So good, a good turnout.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, but keep sharing these with your friends also. So we're going to be doing some giveaways as well on the AMAs. And also, Floppy, before I actually don't think you know this one yet, but Jensen, let's release a new partnership. I'm going to be posting this later. I'll be posting a Medium article and posting it in Discord. But we're excited. We have a new partnership that we're going to be releasing today with Drop.
Man,
Yeah.
really cool AR stuff there.
Yeah, for sure. And we're actually, I'll say it now since we're sharing the partnership. We're going to be doing an AMA at the end of the week with them. So for us now, it's Tuesday morning. For a lot of the viewers, it's Tuesday night. We're going to do something with them on Friday. So we'll give you guys a couple days to play and not listen to us. But on Friday, we're going to be doing an AMA with Drop, who's our newest partner. So,
Right, cool, man.
Floppy, any final words?
No, man. I'm just I'm excited for Amsterdam. I think that'll be fun. We'll try to release some content while we're kind of cruising around, going to different events.
Yeah,
wearing our
Jens,
Path hats.
we were talking about it. I think we're gonna conduct some interviews in Amsterdam that then we can then play on the happy hour. But we'll have to talk. I'd like to try to keep the happy hour going every week. Obviously, the PIP, we have some pretty important things to always be talking about. So we'll try to keep the happy hour going for you guys next week. But Floppy, let's also try to shoot and make some really cool content from Amsterdam to show the community what we're doing while we're there.
Right, good stuff,
Okay.
guys.
Cool, guys. I like this. Do you see the sheesh?
Sheesh.
Maybe we should end all of our happy hours with a sheesh.
All
Cool.
right.
See you guys. Thanks everyone for tuning in.
All right,
Yeah, thank you.
cheers, guys.